Hey everyone, I'm Chloe and this is DTR, the podcast where we're going to be defining our college relationships. Hey everybody, welcome back to DTR. This is our second episode and it's going to be quite intriguing. Today we're going to be talking about only dating one person throughout college, starting from your freshman year or even the summer going into your freshman year. I'm excited to get into this topic, so without further ado, let's get to chatting. Alright guys, so the topic of only staying with one person from the start of college or even carrying over your high school relationship is a highly controversial one. Throughout mainstream media, or I'm sure even your parents or your friends' parents, you've definitely heard the people tell you to never carry over your high school relationship to college. And the reasoning that people have for this is that you don't want your experience to be hindered, or you want to be available to try all the different flavors of guys and gals out there. You've probably been hit with the line of, how are you supposed to know you like chocolate the best when you haven't tried vanilla, strawberry, or funfetti? And to me, this mindset was always an interesting one. If you're lucky enough to be in love and find the right person, why would you deliberately plan your breakup or break up with them going into college just so you can try different flavors of people? I vividly remember being in high school and hearing the buzz going around the hallways that certain couples were planning the day that they were going to break up over the summer before college. And to me, this made absolutely no sense. Why not just break up right then and there if you're going to plan it out and essentially prevent the inevitable? As a young person, you shouldn't be worried about leaving the person you're with to experience other people. If you feel like you're in love, then you should most definitely follow your heart. When you get to college, if you want to break up, or if you feel that being in a relationship is holding you back, then you should be able to make your own judgment once you get there. You can't pre-plan something that you haven't even experienced yet. If the whole point is to be independent, why would you be taking other people's advice to leave who you think is the love of your life instead of making that very important decision on your own? And even though you're young, to a certain extent, you always should follow your gut and always follow your heart, because you don't want to make a decision that you're going to regret in the end. Think about it. You could be leaving your potential soulmate just to go hook up with someone at a frat party, or hook up with someone on a wild night out at your friend's place. One of my favorite parts of this topic is that you hear young college students taking their parents' and friends' advice on leaving their high school, college, freshman sweetheart, only to be heartbroken and run back to them 2 weeks later. In a world saturated with other people's opinions, it's highly important to be able to understand who you are and what you want to do if you're going to mature in this world and even make it far in college. You have to understand yourself and you have to understand what works for you. And that's the only way that you're going to succeed in your relationships, in your professional life, and your family life. If you're going to stay with the person you have loved since high school and college, chances are it's going to be long distance. And this is a deterrent for most people. According to an article from NBC News, 33% of college relationships are long distance. And honestly, this is a big portion of them. If you feel like you're in love, you're going to have to absolutely put in the work, no matter if you're long distance or not. Furthermore, in the same NBC article, a dating coach was asked on her take of dating your high school sweetheart in college. Tracy Steinberg, the dating coach, said, quote, "It's definitely possible, but it's rare, because the chances of you knowing who you want to be with at 40 when you're 17 are kind of low, but it happens, and love is rare, and if it's worth the wait, then it's real," unquote. So this may just be the hopeless romantic in me speaking, but real love is the best, and it's definitely the brightest thing in the world. And you don't have to have a romantic relationship to feel true love. You can love your family, you can love your pets, you can love your friends. That feeling makes you feel full inside, and it's not the little things in life that keep you going. At the end of the day, it's the love in your heart and like just smiling throughout the day because you're so happy. See, guys, I'm laughing about that because it sounds so stupid when you say it out loud, but it's true, and I'm sure that if you guys have felt it too, you can understand what I mean. Aww. So, if you have the option of finding a love at that young of an age and cultivating it and growing it, it betters you and just the people you're around for the future. As a young girl, I loved hearing stories of parents who knew they were in love when they were 15 and they saw their future so clearly with their partner. I think everyone should strive for that kind of love and not worry about how young or old you may be. And in my opinion, age has nothing to do with how deeply you can feel or love someone, and it's not your parents' or anybody else's decision. You know how you feel, and you're the only person who's going to be able to make that decision for yourself. So another point I would like to bring up is that staying with your high school sweetheart is a journey. Like, you're staying in it for the long haul. It's not going to be an easy road, and it's not going to go by fast. It's going to go slow, and you're going to really have to work on making it work. Going to college is such a journey. It's a time where you can find yourself or lose yourself. And to me, doing either of the latter is even more amazing if you do it with the person you love by your side. It's inevitable that if you stay in a college relationship, you and your partner are going to grow and change significantly over time. You're not going to be the same person that you were freshman year of high school, your senior year of college. One of the most beautiful things about this is that you can grow and change together and become different people. No one is saying that you have to stay in love with the same person you knew when you were 15, but if you're able to communicate open and properly, it can be easy to love and admire the person that your partner is turning into. And that's the fun of staying with someone for this long period of time, because you're both growing together and you're experiencing different parts of life, and you're growing into the people that you've always wanted to be. And that will make you so much more in love with the person you're with every single step of the way. In an article published by Teen Vogue titled, "Will Your High School Relationship Survive College?" 2 relationship experts were consulted on the topic. When asked if high school relationships will be able to survive college, Rachel Simmons, a relationship novelist, said, quote, "I think a successful long-distance freshman year relationship will acknowledge that there is a new thing in your significant other's life, and that is college. Don't see your significant other's college experience as a threat to your relationship. Work with it, not against it." Simmons' take is exactly where my own headspace is on this topic when I review all of the facts. Part of growing up is growing into yourself. If you're truly in love with someone, it will work out in the long run on its own. You will both love who you've grown into as people and have an even stronger foundation when it comes to taking the next steps, such as moving in together, getting married, having a relationship work around your new jobs, your new schedule, getting pets, having children. I would also like to note that across all my social media feeds and even like popular YouTubers I follow with millions and millions of subscribers, it seems to me that people are younger and younger getting married and starting their lives. Watching young people in their early 20s get married was at first really strange to me, but the idea grew on me because they're so secure at where they are and with their feelings, and to me, that's amazing to be that self-aware. And growing up, we've always heard that, our parents always say, don't rush into anything. Your friends say, don't rush into anything. You don't want to make a mistake. But if you're just ahead of the game at that point, if you're 20, 21, 22, your early 20s, and you have a great job, a career, there's nothing holding you back to taking that next step with the person you love. And obviously, I'm not saying to get married the day after you meet someone, but it'll work. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. And I'm a strong believer in if, we all have our own destiny, and it'll work out the way that it should be on this topic. And like I said earlier in the podcast, age is not a factor whatsoever, and it should never deter you from going after what you want most in life, and not just for romantic relationships, even a job or any major life goal that you're trying to pursue. So speaking of young kids and college students, today we have with us a very special guest, and he happens to be my boyfriend and also my high school sweetheart. His name is Richard, and today we're going to be sitting down with him, asking him some questions on the topic and really getting his opinion on everything that we discussed earlier in the podcast. So let's just get right into it. So, as I said before, we're here with Rich, and how are you today?
I'm just grand, Chloe. How are you?
I'm really good. So just to give you guys a little backstory, we've been dating for 2.5 years, almost 3 in August. And we started dating our senior year of high school right after we graduated, but we've been best friends since middle school. And we have a long distance college relationship. He goes to Rowan and I go to Monmouth. So we also struggle with balancing that and also basically keeping the relationship alive since high school. So my first question to you would be, what do you think is the secret to keeping like this kind of relationship alive, like from high school and also long distance?
I think having clear communication is always helpful. I also think just keeping things new and getting to know each other a lot better can really help the situation, so you really feel like you're connected with the person at all times. I think surprises are a big factor.
Like what kind of surprises?
Like you surprising me at school, me surprising you here, even just little goodie bags or just little do-it-yourself gifts, just stuff like that, really.
That's great. So what do you think the best part about dating someone from high school is throughout college?
Well, in our situation, I think knowing each other kind of is more comfortable. We didn't have to think that the other person was using the other one or think that anything else was going on. We really had trust in each other. Mm-hmm. Not saying that can't happen in a college relationship, but it just so happens that our relationship worked out that way.
Yeah. And what do you think is the worst part about it?
The distance.
The distance? That's it? You don't think it's, like, you know how people say that you lose interest after a long time? Do you think that is a factor?
Not for me. If I lost interest, we probably wouldn't have been dating for 3 years.
Okay. Okay, so also, have you felt like you've grown with me throughout college since it's almost near the end for both of us? We're both graduating within 2 years, so do you think that throughout the entire time we've grown together or just stayed the same?
No, I definitely think we've grown together and experienced a lot throughout life together. I think we've became as close as I could imagine.
Yeah.
And I know that we're only going to get closer.
So I have another kind of juicy question for you. Has anyone said to you throughout like the duration of our relationship, I don't think like your parents would have said this, but maybe friends or people that you met in college, like, oh, like, don't you just want to be with someone else instead of being with the same person? Like, don't you want to go out and have fun? And like, what was your response to them if anyone has said that?
So yeah, that question's always there. People are always asking me, like, how come you haven't broken up in your relationship and experienced college, or what keeps you from doing that? What's different? For me, it's really just the same answer every time. The only reason why I'm not is because it's not worth it for me. My relationship is going so well, and we treat each other with such respect that, for me, it's not really worth giving that up for something that I don't really need.
Yeah, and then also, if you did, it'd be, like, do you feel like you'd be giving it up just, like, for almost like a long shot? It's like a shot in the dark. You don't know what's going to happen. And, like, you would just be breaking up with your significant other to experience something that you don't know is going to work out.
Yeah, of course. There's always that chance. Always that if you're going to do it, is it going to be worth it? But also, I just never been that kind of person either. I just always been more of I like to be comfortable. I like to be able to trust someone. I like to be with someone I like.
Do you think that it's more romantic this way, to be with someone you've been with since high school and then go the distance and eventually get married, have kids?
Yeah, I think it's a different kind of romance. I think every relationship has its own dynamic, and its own relationship kind of has its own romance to it. Mm-hmm. I mean, sure, there's always those short-term romances, or you just met and you're diving right into it. But I think our romance is a little different because we keep it special. Yeah, we keep it fresh. We get things going.
Yeah. I think that's also a big part of it too. If you're with someone throughout for a long period of time, or like a long duration of time, that it's not, it doesn't fall stagnant. Like, you never want it to fall into a rut, or because it could go that way if you've been with someone throughout high school and all the way throughout college. If you don't keep it alive and work to keep it exciting, it could get boring really quick, and that's when you could want to leave.
Completely concur.
Okay, so next we're going to do something really fun, and we're going to take a little quiz from BuzzFeed, and it says, if you can answer even half of these questions, you found the love of your life. Have you met the one? Okay, so you're going to answer these questions. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, what's their full name, including middle, if they have one?
Chloe Caroline Barone.
Right. What color are my eyes?
Brown.
Okay. What color is my hair, my natural hair?
Black.
Yes.
Helps that we're in the same room together.
What city was I born in?
Red Bank, right?
Yes. What's the place that I'm most excited to visit in the whole world?
I think that depends on what time of year.
The summer, I would say.
Summer, the beach?
No, Greece.
Greece. Oh, I think places you've been.
No. Okay, do I shower every day?
Just about. Almost.
Do I shower in the morning or before I go to bed?
Morning.
No, before bed.
I'm with you before bed. When do you shower?
Well, usually when I shower before bed. What's my favorite flavor of chips? From Jersey Mike's. You know this.
Oh, jalapeno?
Yes. What food can I not stand?
I think you love food no matter what it is.
That's true. What's my favorite food to eat? Like, I would say like a dinner. Like, if we go out to a restaurant, what would I usually get?
A burger.
Yes.
Or a steak.
Yes. Am I allergic to anything?
No.
What political party do I belong to?
God, I don't know. We don't do good with politics or debates.
No political side. I think I'm in the middle. What is my favorite sports team?
The Patriots.
Yes, unfortunately. Do I like chocolate?
Yeah.
What's my favorite kind of chocolate?
Hershey.
Right.
Just like mine.
Yes. Do I like any other type of candy more?
Yeah. Laffy Taffy?
Nope, like sour candy.
It's pretty broad.
What's my nickname?
CCB or Coco?
Yeah. And what did my parents call me growing up? I would say.
Coco?
Yes, yeah. Am I religious?
No.
Is my family religious?
Kind of.
Yeah, we're Catholic. Did I have any pets growing up of my own?
No.
Right.
No pets.
No pets. Am I a cat person or a dog person?
Dog person.
Yes. What? Do you know what my favorite kind of dog is?
Molly?
That's
Yorkie.
Yeah, that's his dog. It's Yorkie. No, I do want a Schnauzer when I grow up. Do I prefer warm or cold weather?
Warm.
Yes. Who is my oldest friend?
Sam Fattel.
Yes. And what's my current best friend?
Sam Fattel.
Right. Do I have any noticeable scars on my body?
No. Scars? No.
Have I been in
you
any...
You have a birthmark on your elbow.
True. Have I ever been in any serious accidents?
Yes. Last year. No. 2 years ago?
Oh,
a year and a half ago.
I forgot about that one. Yeah. When I was at a red light and someone
the
totaled my car.
hit you from behind.
Yes. Has anyone in my family been in a serious accident?
Yes, your grandfather.
Yes.
Flipped over a median.
What are the names of my parents?
Anthony and Caroline.
Yes. Do my parents have any, or no, do I have any siblings?
Nope.
And if so, what are their names? Right.
Nothing.
Correct. Do I think I'm an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't know what that means.
Am I shy around people or am I outgoing?
Yeah, you're outgoing.
Yes.
Very outgoing.
Do other people think I'm shy or outgoing?
I think when my family first met you, they thought you were more shy. But I think that's just because there's so much going on. There's not much you can do around them.
Right. What do you think now?
I think you're outgoing.
Do I want to get married?
Yeah.
Do I want to have kids?
I hope so.
How many?
1 or 2.
True. Do I like to cuddle while sleeping?
Now you do.
What are my thoughts on monogamy?
Oh, very strong. Very, very strong on monogamy. There's no other way.
It's true. That is true. Do I have a favorite celebrity?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you like everyone. Maybe
Yeah.
the Kardashian family.
Maybe. I don't really have... I like to watch a lot of reality TV, so maybe anyone on
I would say
Bravo.
the Kardashian family.
What do I like to do to relax after a long day?
Spend time with me.
Yeah.
Watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, or read or something. Do I smoke?
Nope.
Do I drink?
Not that I know of.
True. Do I work out?
Not that I know of.
Do I want to stay in New Jersey or move across the country?
You want to move anywhere but New Jersey. But then you'll realize that New Jersey's the way to be.
Am I a light or a heavy sleeper?
I say right in the middle. Sometimes you wake up easily, sometimes you don't.
Do I still have my wisdom teeth?
No? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. You never got a tooth pulled.
Do I like avocados?
Yeah. Obviously.
What's my favorite pizza topping?
I would say plain.
Right. Can I handle spicy food?
Yeah, you love spicy food.
Yes.
You have pride in spicy food.
Do I eat cereal or something else for breakfast?
Something else for breakfast. Usually at 1 egg and 1 piece of toast.
What do I study in college?
Journalism.
Right. Do I like my current job?
That might have been the hardest one.
Yeah. Do I like my current job?
Yeah. Badge checker?
Yeah. What's
You
my
love it.
dream job?
Working for Vogue.
Yes.
Or a professor at Monmouth.
Yes. What do you think my favorite book is? Oh, I don't know if you're going to get this.
Favorite book? Oh, you've told me.
Yeah.
I just don't know the name of it.
It's called The Wedding by Nicholas Sparks. Great book.
That's not what I was thinking.
Everybody should read it. Am I cheap or do I waste money?
Oh,
Definitely not cheap.
Waste it on everything.
Do I drink coffee? And if I do, how do I like it?
Light on the milk and sugar.
Yeah.
But rarely drink it.
Yeah.
Only on occasion.
What's my zodiac sign?
A Taurus.
Yes. When is my birthday, including the year?
May 2nd, 1998.
Yes. Favorite season?
Summer.
Yes. Do I like to be affectionate in public?
Yes.
Do I like ketchup?
Yeah.
What's my biggest pet peeve?
Oh, when you ask me if you can do something and I do it anyway.
Yes. What are my career goals?
Be successful?
We answered that already. What do you think I like the most about myself?
Your hair.
Yes. What's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
You always mix it up. A chocolate chip mint?
No, I would probably say cake batter.
Ew. That's the worst flavor.
Would I rather stay home or go out?
Go out.
I think that depends, though. Sometimes. I think sometimes
You
I'm
yell
really
at me
homebody.
for wanting to stay home.
That's true. Am I an optimist or a pessimist?
Optimist.
Yes. What's my favorite fast food chain?
Mickey D's?
Yes. If I could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Me.
No,
And only me.
Abraham Lincoln.
It'd be me. I grow my beard out.
Do I
With a
believe
big
in
hat on.
karma?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do I make the bed?
Yes.
Yeah, and who else's bed do I make?
Mine.
Right.
Always.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me?
Oh God, I don't know. I feel like we're always doing something.
I don't know if I have one embarrassing thing.
Yeah,
I feel
nothing
like
crazy
I'm never
though.
really embarrassed. And what
You're
makes
just perfect.
what makes me the happiest?
Me. Being with me, obviously.
So I think we answered most of these questions. Just give me a second
Yeah,
to
there's a lot. I felt like I was taking the SATs.
find the results. So the results are in, and we've got 96 out of 99 correct on this list, which BuzzFeed says, you've definitely found the love of your life, which must be incredible. You know everything about them, but there's still plenty of time to keep learning and growing together. That's what love is all about, getting to know one another in every regard, the good, the bad, the boring, and everything in between. And this certainly is correct, especially because we've been dating for about 3 years since we've been in high school and now all the way to the end of college. All right, guys, I hope it was helpful getting to hear from someone who's living through our topic firsthand. Thank you again, Rich, for being here. And before you go, I do want to do the section of our podcast called Rose and Thorn, which is one of my personal favorites. During this segment, we're going to say our rose, which is our favorite part or concept of high school sweethearts, and our thorns, which is the worst part.
Every rose has its thorn.
So today, my rose about being in a relationship that lasts from high school to college is that really I'm proud. I'm just like the pride I have for us for going the distance and really making it the long haul. And when I think about us, it makes me really happy because I know that we've learned how to cultivate and grow a relationship that's really strong and could stand the test of time. My thorn is always going to be the same thing, and that's being in a long-distance relationship. But for me, that's not really a thorn because I know that it's going to end soon and there's light at the end of the tunnel. And what's your rose and thorn?
I would say my rose is that because we do spend time apart and we do have those breaks, that makes it so much more special when we are together. And I would say our thorn would probably be, since we are apart, you kind of have that absence of companionship since you're so used to doing everything together when I am home and when we are together, that sometimes I find it kind of hard to do things alone when I am at school, or kind of not hard but feel weird, kind of out of place when I do things alone.
All right, guys, that wraps it up for today's episode of DTR. Next time, we are going to be exploring how to handle long-distance relationships in college, so be sure to tune in. Thanks for listening, and always remember, it's better to talk it out than to hold it in. Until next time.